We will look at 9 important things men shouldn't do when they're with women through the view of Stoicism. Here are some ways that Stoic knowledge can help you connect with the women in your life in a more respectful and important way. These ideas are very important if you want to improve your relationships, boost your confidence, or just become a better person. First, don't change your life to fit what other people want you to do. These days, it's too easy to change your life to fit what other people want you to do. It can be hard to resist the urge to fit in, whether it comes from family, friends, or society as a whole. But if you keep changing your life to fit what other people want you to do, you might lose your true self and sense of purpose. In this lesson, we'll talk about why it's important to be yourself and how to resist the urge to change for other people. Know what your core values are. Figure out what you value. Instead of doing what other people want you to do what you believe in. Talk about how much it costs to fit in and how it affects your mind and emotions to always change to please others. If you dream of praise, talk about how it will hurt your mental health and self-esteem in the long run. Also, talk about how wanting other people to like you can become the never-ending circle. Talk about why acceptance from outside sources isn't always correct and only lasts a short time. Accept how unique you are. Take time to enjoy what makes you unique, and know that what makes you unique is your best quality. Protect your time, energy, and health by putting limits on it. Learn how to set limits. Talk about how to say what you need to say without feeling bad about it. Get around people who can help you. Find people who can help you be who you really are. Do not hang out with people who want you to change or fit in. Be kind to yourself when you have doubts. Remember that being true to yourself is a process, not a goal, and be kind to yourself. Long-term happiness is more important than short-term happiness. Think about what will make you happy in the long run instead of what will make other people happy. Talk about how being true to yourself can improve your life. When other people try to get you to change your mind, don't give in. Find ways to stay true to your beliefs. Real friends will support your decisions. Take another look at your relationships and decide which ones are good and which ones need to be changed. Get ready to separate yourself from people who keep telling you to change your life. Making changes to fit other people's needs may make you feel better in the short term, but they take away your identity in the long run. Staying true to your values and accepting who you are will help you live a life that is truly yours. Remember that you only need to make yourself happy. Obsession is a strong emotion that can kill you if you can't handle it when it comes to this person. It can be hard to make choices when someone is too fixated on you, whether it's love, respect, or an unhealthy relationship. Being too fixated on someone can ruin your life. Being obsessed can make you lose sight of your own goals and get stuck in a bad circle of dependence. To live a full life and stay mentally healthy, you should know the risks of obsession and how to control your feelings. This is how obsession works. What is an obsession? An obsession is a strong fixation on a person, thought, or thing. When it comes to another person, it can go from respect or love to an unhealthy fixation very quickly. There is a thin line between love and obsession. Loving someone means caring about them, respecting them, and setting healthy limits. Obsession, on the other hand, doesn't care about these limits and is focused on power, having something, and having an unrealistic idea of what the other person should be like. People who are obsessed may feel stressed, sad, or even lose touch with reality. It can take over their mind and make it hard to focus on anything else. Lack of confidence and security come from being obsessed. People who have low self-esteem might become obsessed with someone they look up to and see that person as a way to feel good about themselves or complete themselves. Fears of loss. People who are scared of losing someone can become too attached to someone, which can make them act out in ways that are out of control in order to keep the relationship going. If someone's mental needs aren't met elsewhere, they may become obsessed with someone they think can meet all of these needs. Internet sites. Because it gives a perfect picture of relationships, looking at carefully chosen photos and posts on social media all the time can make someone crazy. What happens when you're too interested in not having a personality? Forgetting your own wants, needs, and goals can happen when you're obsessed with something. This can leave you without a sense of self and cause relationships to become tense. It's possible for someone to feel trapped when they're too obsessed with someone else, which can lead to anger, distance, or even the end of the relationship. When someone is obsessed with someone else, they often forget about their other relationships, leaving them alone and in emotional chaos. Being obsessed can make your moods go through the roof, leaving you feeling stressed and uneasy. Always being aware of the signs of being obsessed, need for encouragement, feeling the need to check in with the other person all the time to get their support or approval. Not being able to pay attention to other parts of life issues. Putting your attention on work, hobbies, or other relationships because you can't stop thinking about the other person. Being protective and being very jealous, being in charge of what the other person does and how they interact with other people. Not taking care of your own health and happiness. Not caring about your own health and well-being first in order to please someone else. How to stop being obsessed. Note: the problem. The first thing you need to do to get rid of a passion is to grant that you have one. Denying keeps the bad things going. Going in a loop sets good limits. In a friendship, it's important to set healthy limits. This means giving the other person space, respecting their right to be alone, and not getting too upset. Watch how you grow. Focus on improving as a person instead of the passion. Do things that make you feel good about your self-worth, like hobbies. Setting goals for yourself and meeting new people. See a mental health professional for help. Therapy or counseling can give you useful tools and methods for dealing with obsession. They can also help you deal with deeper issues like low self-esteem or the fear of being left alone. Being mindful and thinking about yourself. Mindfulness practices such as meditation can help you stop having the same bad ideas over and over. When you think about yourself often, you can figure out and change habits that may be making the obsession worse. Knowing how to balance your personal and relationship life is important. For healthy relationships, spending time with others and taking care of your own life and hobbies are both important. In this balance, no one depends on the other, and everyone respects each other. To avoid obsession, it's important to be independent in a relationship. Each person should keep their own hobbies and group of friends. Healthy love poem. Obsession. Obsession, on the other hand, is suffocating, demanding, and limiting. To avoid becoming obsessed in the future, get to know yourself better. Knowing that you tend to become obsessed can help you avoid it in future relationships. It's important to know your own triggers and weak spots. Putting together a support system. A strong group of friends, family, and teachers can help you deal with your obsessive-compulsive disorder and see things from a different angle, a tendency making yourself emotionally strong. Controlling your emotions, especially when you're stressed or uncertain, is a key skill for stopping obsessive behaviors before they start. Detachment doesn't mean not caring about someone. It means being able to care about them without becoming too dependent on or connected to them. When you think about it this way, partnerships are better for everyone. It is possible to get over an obsession, even though it is bad for you. You can stop having the problems that come with it. If you know the signs, you can spot obsession. Take steps to get back in charge and make sure your interactions are fair. Being too focused on someone else won't bring you happiness or satisfaction. To make lasting connections with people you care about without losing yourself in the process, it's important to stay self-aware, grow as a person, and set healthy limits. Third, don't let anything hurt your mental health or happiness. The world moves fast, and it's simple to get caught up in stress, bad moods, and strains from outside sources. There are times when work and social responsibilities come first, and our mental health and happiness suffer as a result. It's important to take care of your mental health for yourself, and so you can make the world a better place. This lesson tells you how to keep your mental health and happiness safe and gives you good ideas for keeping your inner peace. What is mental health and why is it important? Mental health includes physical, emotional, and social well-being. It changes how we think, feel, and act every day. Having good mental health is important for your general health and ability to do things. How happy you are is directly related to your mental health. When your mind is calm, you are happier, more pleased, and better able to deal with life's challenges. How to find threats to mental health that happen often: too much work and stress. Always being stressed out from work or personal matters can weaken your mind and lead to burnout. Relationships that are bad for you. Having unhealthy relationships, whether they're personal or business, can drain your energy and happiness. It's important to be aware of these things and deal with them. You might feel bad about yourself and unhappy if you set goals you know you can't meet or compare yourself to other people. Building up your strength to deal with mental health issues. Meditation and being mindful. Mindfulness helps you stay in the present and lessens your stress. Putting limits on your thoughts through meditation can help you deal with worry better. This is how you learn to say no when you need to. Set limits to protect your time, energy, and mental health. Be kind to yourself and say nice things to yourself to stop thinking negatively. It's better for you if you praise yourself instead of blaming yourself. This will help you. Accept upbeat people. Spend time with people who make you happy and give you ideas. Having a group of helpful family and friends can help you feel better about yourself and give you mental support. Set up a safe spot. Your home or other private space should be a safe spot where you can rest and heal. Fill it with things that make you happy and healthy, and get help from a professional. Do not be afraid to get help from a therapist or counselor if you are having a hard time. They can give you useful information and ways to deal with your issues. Putting self-care first. First, health. The health of your mind is linked to the health of your body. To keep your mental health in good shape, you should eat well, exercise regularly, and get enough sleep. Taking a break. After a long day, take a break and do something you enjoy. Reading a book, painting, or going for a walk can help clear your mind. Managing your emotions. Take care of your emotions. Know when they're too much, and do something about it before it gets worse. Music worse, having the mindset to grow. Change the way you think about problems, and you'll be better able to deal with them. Instead of seeing problems as threats, see them as chances to grow. What to do when you fail. Don't dwell on it. Instead, figure out what went wrong and how you can fix it. This way makes people less afraid of failing and encourages them to keep growing. Have a good day of growth. Enjoy your successes no matter how small they are. This will make you feel better about yourself and make you more likely to behave well. The daily gratitude practice says to think about what you're grateful for every morning or night. This can help you stop thinking about what you don't have and start focusing on what you do have, which will make you happy in the long run. Thank the people in your life and let them know how much you value them. This will not only strengthen your relationships but also make you happy, creating a positive feedback loop. Always be thankful. Report. Keep your mood up by writing down the good things that happen to you. A regular habit of writing down things you're thankful for can help you stay upbeat. Limiting negative effects as much as possible. Watching media, pay attention to what you watch or listen to. Seeing or hearing bad news all the time or using social media too much can make anxiety and stress worse. Choose reading that makes you happy and motivates you. If you can help it, stay away from places that make people bad, like the office, your friends' groups, and even your own family. It's not worth the damage to your mental health to stay in a bad place. We need to do a digital vacation. Take breaks from your electronics often to recover. A break from your electronics can help you feel less stressed. You'll sleep better and be more aware when you live in a way that is in line with your core values. Figuring out what's most important to you can help you make decisions and act in ways that are more in line with your values. This can help you avoid inner conflict and find peace of mind. To avoid this, make sure that your actions are consistent with what you believe. This makes you feel more fulfilled and lessens dissonance in the mind. Why you live your life. Having a strong sense of why you live is good for your mental health. Do things and hang out with people that are good and make you happy. The most important things about you are that you are happy and healthy. It takes work to keep them safe, but the rewards are huge. You can keep your peace by understanding how important mental health is and avoiding risks. making the world a better place and making people stronger. Keep in mind that nothing is worth putting your mental health at risk for. Do things that are good for your mental health and happiness and put yourself first. You will not only improve your own life, but also the lives of those around you. 4. Don't push family or friends away for someone else's sake. It's easy to put someone else ahead of everyone else when we're looking for love, friendship, or approval, but pushing family or friends away for someone else can make you feel angry and alone, like you've lost important support systems. Making sure that no one person has too much power over your life is important. Figure out how much your support system is worth. Family and friends have always been there for you. They help you without expecting anything in return. Don't risk these relationships with someone who might not want what's best for you. Also, don't become too dependent on one person. Too much dependence on one person can lead to a bad relationship, which can lead to dependence. You should have a lot of different relationships so that you're not totally reliant on one person if they leave you or break up with you. Know what mean behaviors look like. Watch out for people who want to separate you from your friends and family. You can control and trick someone in this way, so it's important to notice it early and fight it. The key to happiness. Having friends and family is important, but so is staying in touch with them. Try to keep all of your relationships in check. If you feel like you have to choose between a loved one and someone else, be honest about how you feel and tell them that you can't give up your relationships with family and friends. Keep an eye on the big picture and think about what will happen if you push people away. Family ties and friendships last longer than sexual or other short-term relationships, and losing them can have effects that last a long time. Watch out for your personality. The people you meet shape who you are. Spend too much time in one relationship, and you'll lose who you are. Take care of all the things that make you unique. Set limits on it, with people who are important to you. People who try to take your time or attention should know that you won't give in. This will help you keep good relationships with everyone in your life. Repair the bridges if you need to. If you turned someone away before, you should try to make things right with them again. Say sorry, explain why you did what you did, and work hard to get back together and make up for any hurt feelings. Remember that all of your relationships are valuable, and you shouldn't let anyone stand in the way of the people who help you. Also, don't spend too much time on them. These days, time is one of the most valuable things we have, so we need to be very selective about how and with whom we spend it. Giving too much of our time to people who don't return the favor or add value to our lives can be hard on our minds and hearts. This is true for work connections, friendships, and even romantic relationships. You will understand how important it is to set limits and make good use of your time. Take some time to think about this lesson afterward. Time is something that can't be replaced, and once it's gone, it can't be got back. Put things and people that make your life better at the top of your list. Take a close look at your relationships and the people you regularly connect with. Are they good for each other? Do they make you happy and help you, or do they drain your energy? Set limits on it. Tell people or things no if they don't fit with your goals or values. This will protect your time and energy. Watch out for people who drain your energy. These people will always take more than they give, which will make you tired. Find them and spend less time with them. Put your health first and take care of yourself first. Spend your time on things that make you feel good instead of people who don't respect your work. Quality over number. Few deep conversations are better than many shallow ones. Get closer to the people that matter to you. Know when to let go. If someone regularly doesn't respect your time or makes your life worse, you might want to end the relationship. Don't lose sight of your goals. If you focus too much on other people, you might lose sight of your own. When you spend time on something, make sure it helps you reach your goal. Get over it and realize that not everyone in your life is meant to be there forever. Letting go is sometimes the best thing you can do for your time and mental health. 6th, don't talk about your whole past, especially the hard times. It's normal to want to be honest and share our experiences, even the ones that made us who we are today. But it might not always be a good idea to talk about your whole past, especially the hard times. If you keep some of your past private, it can protect your mental health, stop people from taking advantage of your weaknesses, and help you project a more balanced and calm personality. Keep your weak spots safe. Being weak can be shown by telling everyone everything about your life. Being honest is important, but saying too much can leave you open to being lied to or judged by others. Focus on the present and the future. Thinking about bad times in the past can keep you stuck in old wounds. Instead, think about who you are now and where you want to go. Define who you are, not your old problems. Everybody has a skewed story. It's not dishonest to share only parts of your past. It's just how you choose to tell your story so that your strengths and growth are emphasized over your flaws. Find out what your mental limits are. Not everyone you meet needs to know everything about you. It's very important to set limits and choose who can hear about your life. Don't let your past get in the way of your present. People may start to see you through the lens of your past problems instead of the person you are now if you keep talking about them. Don't talk about your past too much. Instead, focus on your present self. Front and center slowly. It takes time to build trust. As the friendship grows, you can choose when and how much of your past to share. This method makes sure that you only tell people who really care about and respect you about your past. It can be emotionally draining to keep thinking about bad times over and over again. By keeping some parts of your past secret, you can protect your mental and emotional health and keep a positive attitude. Oversharing. People can get confused or uncomfortable when you share too much. Be careful about how much you tell others and think about how it might make you and the listener feel. Instead of dwelling on the problems you've already faced, work on making yourself stronger. Focus your attention on making yourself stronger. Don't carry your past events with you into new situations. Instead, use them as lessons you've learned. This lesson stresses how important it is to keep your past private, especially during hard times, and how important it is to be open and honest at the same time. Number 7. Don't agree with someone just to make them happy. In our efforts to keep relationships peaceful or avoid conflict, we often agree with them even if it goes against our own beliefs or values. At the time, this may seem like a harmless action, but it can cause us to have inner conflict, anger, and a loss of who they are. Stoicism teaches us that we should stick to our values even if it makes other people uncomfortable. By not giving in just to make other people happy, we protect our honor and build real relationships based on mutual respect. Know the value of your voice. Your thoughts and beliefs matter when you give in just to keep the peace. You lower the value of your own voice. Remember that true respect comes from being yourself and not just conforming to what other people want. Consistently agreeing without believing in what you're agreeing to can lead to a buildup of frustration and resentment over time. This can hurt your self-esteem and relationships because people may see you as not being honest or trustworthy. Learn to embrace discomfort. Disagreement can be uncomfortable, but it's an important part of being honest with others. When you stand up for what you believe in, you will feel uncomfortable. But know that this is a sign of growth and music authenticity. Become more bold. Being outspoken doesn't mean being rude. It means stating your feelings and thoughts clearly and politely. Practice saying no or I disagree when you feel like you have to conform without having to explain or say sorry for your choice. Strengthen your music principles and think about your values and beliefs on a regular basis. It will be easier to stand firm when others challenge you if you have a clear idea of what you stand for. This inner clarity will help you stay true to yourself no matter what forces are coming from the outside. How important real partnerships are. Honesty and mutual respect are much more important in relationships than always agreeing with each other. When you say what you really think, you let others understand and value the real you, which leads to deeper, more meaningful connections. Long-term peace for the short term may come from agreeing not to fight, but it can hurt your character in the long run. Choose long-term authenticity and integrity over short-term peace. Comfort. If you follow these rules, you'll notice that your encounters are more real. 8. Don't let your fear of solitude control your actions and decisions. Solitude is often seen as a bad thing, making people feel lonely and alone. But our fear of solitude can become a strong force that guides our choices and actions. Instead of seeing solitude as something to avoid, we can see it as a chance for growth, self-reflection, and inner peace. This lesson talks about how to get over your fear of being alone and use it to grow as a person. Understanding the fear of being alone. Know that the fear of being alone is often caused by social pressures and personal insecurities. Realize that solitude is not the same as being alone. It can be a time of finding out more about yourself and becoming more powerful. Accept solitude as a chance to think about yourself. Solitude can help you get in touch with your inner self and explore your feelings, thoughts, and wants. Think about the direction of your life without any outside forces. Allowing for real decision-making. Become emotionally independent instead of looking to other people for approval. Work on being able to find peace and happiness within yourself. Enjoying your own company will help you feel better about your own worth. Get over your fear of losing out. Music FOMO. Know that being alone lets you focus on what's important to you instead of being affected by other people's actions and thoughts. Enjoy the freedom that comes with being alone, which lets you follow your own interests and hobbies without being interrupted. Make yourself stronger. Being alone can make you stronger mentally and emotionally as you learn to deal with problems and unknowns on your own. Use this time to learn how to deal with things that will help you in both alone and group situations. Make your life balanced. Know that making friends is important, but it shouldn't come at the expense of your own health. Try to find a balance between being alone and interacting with other people, making sure that both are good for you. Turn solitude into a creative force. Being alone can be very creative because it gives your mind the space it needs to come up with new ideas and answers. Accept solitude as a time for personal projects, hobbies, and artistic activities that make you happy. If you change how you think about solitude, you can stop dreading it and start seeing it as an important part of a balanced, happy life. 19 years old. Remember to enjoy even small wins. In our busy lives, we tend to get focused on big goals and forget to enjoy the little things. Don't forget the small wins that lead to the big ones. However, it's important to recognize and enjoy even the tiny wins along the way. These little celebrations not only boost morale, but they also encourage good behavior, keep you inspired, and build momentum toward bigger goals. Helps good behavior continue. Honoring small victories reinforces the good habits and actions that get you where you want to go, making it more likely that you'll keep doing them. Boosts motivation. Every party gives you the energy and excitement to keep going, even when things get tough. Recognizing small wins gives you a sense of success that helps you keep going and stay on track with your bigger goals. Taking time to celebrate makes you feel better, encourages a sense of achievement and satisfaction, which is good for your health and happiness in general. Stops burnout. Celebrating small wins on a regular basis can help keep you from getting event burnout by giving you a sense of relief and appreciation. Long-term goals should be broken up every so often, helps people be grateful. By celebrating small wins, you can learn to value the trip and each step along the way. Having a grateful attitude and focused on small wins can help you be more resilient. When you know that every step forward counts, you build resiliency and the ability to get back up after a setback. Makes relationships stronger. Sharing your little wins with other people can make you stronger. Spending time with people by including them in your journey. A growth attitude is supported by shared moments of happiness and connection, as well as by noticing and celebrating small steps forward. Encourages a growth attitude in which you value learning and believe that any improvement, no matter how small, can lead to even more success. You can have more authentic and fulfilling relationships with women if you understand and follow Stoic principles in your interactions with them. Remember that it's not about changing who you are to fit other people's expectations or giving in to societal pressures. Instead, focus on staying true to your values, setting healthy boundaries, and keeping your inner peace. If you avoid these common mistakes, you'll be able to make connections that are stronger and more important. Thanks for watching. If you learned something from this video, please like, share, and follow for more tips on how to live a calm life.